Morning. It is morning, early morning. So we're a bit after 3 a.m. Potholes, and yeah, we're just trying to get some hay in a bale actually. So it's been quite hot the last few days. Today's the day they're all losing their mind over that it's going to be really hot. Talking mid 40s, which is hot. Well, some parts getting to mid 40s anyway. Whether it gets to mid 40s here, I don't know. Yesterday was sort of 35 or 6, I suppose, so that was warm enough. What I'm doing is I'm just chasing a bit of dew. So we're just on our own stuff here at home. We do have some contract baling to do. We've got probably 50 hectares of lucerne hay down at one of our regular jobs. So now all of a sudden the wind's decided to blow. So I'll just come out to have a look. I may end up back in bed yet. We'll just see. I do have to go around and fuel the pump up round at the corn that we're irrigating. Got the pivot going here at home on our corn, just to putting 20 mil on it just to give it a top up. Just it hasn't. We sort of don't have canopy closure there yet. So I'm just conscious that it might get a bit dry, so it'll finish at lunchtime today. And yeah, the guys are going to come out early and probably just cart what hay I've already baled and get it in the shed. So what I generally do, and people will do different, we've got the weather station right here at home here, so the alarm went off at 1 and I've just been checking the relative humidity. So, you know, I'm effectively where, if I went to the other side of the paddock, you know, the weather station's right there. So I sort of work on since I've been doing it, I work on about 65% humidity, and that seems to be not too bad. So at the moment here we're about 60, so I just thought, well, we'll give it a go, and best way to check it's feel it. That's the only there are, I think there are gizmos now that you can sit out the paddock and they'll actually give you a direct thing, but if it wasn't windy, which I didn't realise there was a breeze, it'd probably be spot on, but it's actually not too bad now anyway. So I might just start the tractor. It's here. It's in the shed here at home. Start it warming up, and then I'll just duck over and chuck some fuel in a pump. And yeah, while it's warming up, we can do that, and then we'll come back and have a crack at it. It's just brought the recycle pump over from home. This, I don't know if you can see it. See the reflection of the moon. This recycle dam, whatever you want to call it, been quite full, so we might as well, rather than the water just evaporating, we might as well sort of use it. So I had 8 megs coming in from the outlet, and whatever this was pumping, but it was a bit much. It was a bit much for the channel, so I've just gone back to 6 and then got this pump going, and it seems to, the channel seems to be handling it all right now. So it just means when it's sort of running at these revs, I had it revved right, sort of throttled back the other day, or yesterday, but at these revs it's sort of at 6 or 7 hours it needs fuel. So I half expected it to be up early, as I said. I checked the weather at 1, so, but the motor was still warm, so it hasn't been stopped that long. So about 6 hours of change here, with the I've got the timers over here, so yeah, we're not having to change the water in the middle of the night. But if I wasn't up baling, I probably wouldn't have come and filled the pump up. So I wouldn't have got out of bed for it. Anyway, that's all right. Right, we'll go and see if we can get this baler going. It's hard to hold a torch and a camera at the same time, and a moisture proof. Perfect. Probably a touch on the dry side. I prefer it that way than the other way. 13. I think with the with the wind, it's probably, yeah, a little bit dry, 12. Just the pressure's up a little bit, which is fine, but yeah. Running across here, there'll only be, I reckon, probably another, I don't know, 40 or 50 bales probably. It gets a bit light when we get over further the west we go. So, touch with the old bale and we'll rock along pretty well. All done. Just after, what are we? Not quite 5:30. So what I've done is I've just taken the pressure off the chamber on the baler, and I'm just going to walk this bale back, this last bale out. I don't want to take it with me, so I'll just yeah, it's got a little hydraulic thing here on the some feet in the floor of the chamber, and I think that's how it sort of works anyway, but yeah, just so you can manually get that last bale out. And there, yep. So there's one just there ready to go. I don't know whether it'll have been tied off that one or not. Possibly not, because yeah, the strings are still loose, so it hasn't tied off yet. So, but yeah, it's made pretty good stuff. So we're going to get it in undercover. We've ended up with 124, I think. So yeah, it was a bit of a clean-up job because the lucerne had got a bit long, and obviously it's had stock on it, and then yeah, a bit of dryland stuff as well. So anyway, I'll call in the house on my way past and have a quick bite to eat, and then yeah, we'll see if we can go and get a bit of this contract stuff in a bale. Righto, down here at this contract job, good looking crop of corn that I think we'll be sticking the header in for them at some stage. So what do we got? 18. So it is a bit humid still down here. We'll come and check this yesterday afternoon, 20. We'll have to wait a little bit for the sun to get up. It was quite dry, but it's yeah, just feeling it on the ground. It's 14, so we're pretty close. It's yeah, it's going to be a bit here actually, but it's picked the moisture back up overnight, although that feels dry enough. So still sort of funny. It's supposed to get bloody hot today, but the wind's round in the east, and you'd almost think it was going to rain again. But yeah, at the moment, usually when we'd get a 40 odd degree day, it would be hot now. But I don't know, what did it be? 21 or 2 degrees maybe? It's not, yeah. Got a long way to go, so anyway, we'll punch a couple more out and see where we go. I've just pulled up. I just got onto one of the boys to come and pick me up. Yeah, it's sort of funny. The pressure was right up. There was still sort of not heaps of dust getting around, and the moisture's about right. It does feel a bit humid too. But yeah, the sort of pressure was sort of like the pressure around that 1,200, and it had got up over 2,000, so it's probably time to pull up. But yeah, got 80 odd out, so we'll just see what the weather does today, whether we get to go at it tonight or yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Probably be 5 o'clock before it gets as hot as what they're talking. But anyway, we'll just wait and see. But anyway, yeah, it's made pretty good stuff anyhow. So it is warming up, and the wind's getting up, and the winds has swung around to the north. Just come out just to check stock water and that sort of stuff in front of this warm weather. This is the stuff we've cut with the windrower. The top is drying out, but what's sort of happening is it is slowly drying because it hasn't been crimped. Like when we do it with the mower or mower conditioner, it's actually got rollers that essentially will crimp the stem, and it splits the stem, and obviously then the stem dries out a lot quicker. What we've done here, because we've done it with the windrower, we haven't got got that crimping effect. So it is drying out. What I was a bit worried about, it did come off the mats a bit lumpy, so we've sort of got lumps of stuff. I reckon, look, that's nearly as green as the day we cut it. Anyway, that's all right. So we'll just see what it's like today. We may have to give it a half turn, just whether we flick it over or flick them together. Yeah, we'll just see. Get today out of the road, and but yeah, it's going to make good stuff. There won't be heaps here, but yeah. Anyway, it's going to be worth the exercise anyhow. We've got an empty hay shed, so we might as well try and fill it. Yeah, the boys are they're out there just carting the hay in at home. So we've had trouble with the little fence. It's chucked a wobbly. I don't know, something to do with the EGR on it, so the exhaust burn, so it runs at AdBlue as well as, and then it's got this stupid big canister under the bonnet where it'll do a burn as well. So I don't know whether a sensor's gone in it or what, but it's sort of gone into limp mode. It's telling us it wants to do a burn, or it needs to do a burn, but we can't do a burn because something's not right. So I've had to ring a mechanic to get it. So anyway, we've got it back in the workshop there, and the boys have put the big tractor on the hay trailer. So so we can get it in and get it stacked up. Just back here at home. I don't know what's going on with this header. I tried to start it yesterday to put in the shed, and the batteries are flat and flat. So, and the isolator was turned off, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Whether it's not quite kicking out of gear and we're bleeding a bit of energy power somewhere, I don't know. But I think I've mentioned these things are impossible to jump start, so or jump start off the ute anyway. So I'm just going to whip the batteries out of it and take it over, and yeah, stick them on the charger for the day so we can get it out of the shed, out of the weather. I do have actually got 10 hectares of barley that I forgot about, and there's probably too much there. It was just sown as feed. There's probably too much there to leave. So once we get it operational the next day or two, I might just chuck the front on and slip down and do it. It's actually down the other side of the corn there. So anyway, there's always something. So yeah, but anyway, it's not going too far at the moment without some charge in the batteries. Afternoon, sorry. So finished up the baling this morning. So I got halfway there and forgot I'd left the GoPro charging on the kitchen bench, so didn't get any footage down there, so that we're all tidied up. So Tony's just mucking around servicing some pivot motors. We're going to water the lucerne now that we've got the boys got the hay carted in yesterday morning before it got too hot. So I think it got to about 42 yesterday Celsius here, so that's hot enough. I think they were talking it was going to get to 45, so but yeah, didn't quite get there. I'm just heading around. I don't know whether I'll get much footage of it, but we'll just say just heading around. Had a neighbour flick us a message. They've got a new Holland 10 dot something header just on demo for a couple of days. So not that we're in the market for a new header, but yeah, it's always good to have a look and see what the latest and greatest is. So yeah, we'll just get in. I've sort of got a bit of time. The boys are doing a few other jobs, and yeah, so I just stuck around for half an hour and have a look. And yeah, I do have the drone with me, so I'll just see these guys. Pretty big operation, neighbours, and they've got I think 5 or 6 headers of their own, and then generally get a couple of contractors in as well. So there's generally a bit going on, so I'll just say I won't be able to. It is pretty windy, it's about the only thing, but yeah, I might try and chuck the drone up and see if we can get a bit of footage, see how the bigger guys go about it. But yeah, overcast today after pretty hot yesterday. So a pretty warm night too. Like it got, when I started baling about 4:30, it was still about 26 degrees, but it has the cool changes come through now. It's actually back to 24, but we had reasonable humidity this morning, so that sort of helped us with the baling job. So yeah, I think we ended up with 240 or 50 or something. So yeah, so that's another one ticked off for a while. So we'll get our stuff raked possibly in the morning, or I might have a look at it now while I'm cruising around, and then yeah, we can try and get it in a bale too before the sort of Tuesday today. So yeah, we've got a bit of contract spraying in front of us. So yeah, plenty happening, but it's we're under control. So apologies, the footage might have been a bit dodgy there. I didn't actually have the GoPro, I just did it off my phone. So that was a CR10. So I don't know a hell of a lot about it, but an 18 metre front, which is, we're running a 12, so it's, yeah, a little bit bigger. Doing, I think he was close to sort of 60 to 70 tonne an hour. I suppose in comparison it's probably, you know, we're 35, 40 comfortably. So yeah, pretty big jump up in capacity. Yeah, so no, just good to go and have a look, and there's a few other guys there doing the same. So yeah, it's good they've got it floating around so you can get a look at it. Anyway, head home for lunch.